What are we doing to our children? Why, and why don't you care? Heartfelt support for Vivian Jenna Wilson. A recent report about Elon Musk's transgender daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson, highlights the deep personal pain of children who grow up without their fathers and in hormonally altering environments. As a parent who has felt the loss of a child due to the damaging effects of entropic waste from wireless radiation, my heart aches for these children. The unseen impact of wireless radiation. Wireless radiation affects more than just our devices. It alters our bodies and minds. Scientific evidence shows that cell phone radiation impacts brain and hormone functions, specifically lowering testosterone levels. This disruption can lead to severe consequences, especially for young children. Parents, often unknowingly, are contributing to this hormonal imbalance by giving their children cell phones and excessive screen time, replacing quality parent-child interactions with radiation exposure. Supporting trans and gay communities. First and foremost, I want to express my support for Musk's daughter and the entire transgender and gay community. God loves all of us equally, regardless of our identity. My intention is not to criticize personal choices, but to shed light on a critical environmental factor that may be influencing these choices. The first hormone treatment often begins long before any medical intervention, when we introduce wireless devices into our children's lives without understanding the potential harm. A personal tragedy and a broader concern. I lost a child to this entropic waste, not due to hormonal effects, but because of a neural tube defect, a deadly birth defect linked to the same harmful energy. This energy, which took my firstborn daughter's life, is now likely responsible for the hormone disruptions driving identity and mental health crises worldwide. The hormone disruptions many children face today likely started long before any medical treatments, rooted in our technologically saturated environment. A broader perspective on hormone disruptions. Our self-identity is shaped by who we are, not who someone else wants us to be. The environmental factors we are exposed to today are vastly different from those experienced by past generations. It's essential to ask, what environmental factors could have shaped who you are today? The wireless radiation surrounding our children is causing irreversible harm, and it's time we acknowledge and address this issue. The call for an immediate ban. Given the evidence, it's clear that we need an immediate and permanent federal ban on gender affirmation practices for minors until we fully understand the health effects of RFR. We cannot allow children to undergo life-altering medical procedures based on hormone levels influenced by environmental factors. This is comparable to making decisions under the influence of drugs. Doctors should be prescribing RFR-proof underwear and blue light glasses, not performing medical procedures based on outdated science. The need for comprehensive action. Legislative action. Enact federal legislation to ban gender affirmation practices for minors across all 50 states. Comprehensive research. Fund and conduct extensive research into the health effects of RFR and blue light on hormonal balance and development. Public health awareness. Launch educational campaigns to raise awareness about the potential risks of prolonged exposure to wireless devices and screens. Policy and regulation. Develop stricter regulations and safety guidelines to limit EMF exposure, particularly for children and adolescents. The pain of a technological singularity. Parents are replacing healthy interactions with their children with screen time and wireless radiation. This substitution injects hormone-disrupting radiation into their bodies, leading to developmental issues and increasing the risk of unintended consequences. Children should not be experiments for the rich to achieve their dreams of a technological singularity. Our environment is becoming less hospitable for humans and more suitable for machines at a significant cost to our children's health. Vivian Jenna Wilson and Elon's denial of EMF health risk. Musk's daughter spoke out about her father's absence and his agreeing to puberty blockers at 16. While I support her and the truth she speaks, we must also consider the broader environmental factors at play. All children are exposed to involuntary hormone-altering radiation from wireless devices and screens. This exposure is leading to significant hormonal disruptions, which are often overlooked in favor of medical intervention to ramp up the hormonal disruption or treat the EMF-induced sociological disorder with medications. Very bad fatherly advice by Elon Musk. If I had a helmet of cell phones strapped around my head and around my nuts, I wouldn't be worried. At Elon Musk. A heartfelt plea. We must protect our children from the unseen dangers of wireless radiation. The evidence shows that it disrupts hormones, increasing the risk of misdiagnoses and inappropriate medical treatments. It's time to address this issue head-on and ensure our children grow up in an environment that supports their healthy development. In conclusion, we must take immediate and comprehensive action to protect our children from the harmful effects of wireless radiation. By banning gender affirmation practices at the federal level, conducting thorough research, and raising public awareness, we can ensure that health decisions are based on true, unaltered identities. This proactive approach is essential to safeguard the well-being of our children and future generations. Let's not let our children be victims of our pursuit of technological advancement. It's time to prioritize their health and future above all else.